Rafa right now.
Ooh, good day, good evening, good night. People just got a word into what we talk about when we're not on air. Thanks, Andreen. People are gonna now believe that we don't like Rafa. I mean, come on now. We were doing such a good job, and everyone believed that, we really hated Scott, but But anyway, moving on. Welcome to our 118th podcast. And this one is a live special edition. I see we have some viewers already in the queue, and I'm always excited when this is happening because it means I get to interact with the fans live and in living color. And usually I don't. But anyway, before I go any further, let me introduce my co-hostesses with the mostesses. And because she's not 100% and it is a week off from Mother's Day, I'm going to introduce her first. We have Janina from Foreign, Ohio. Congrats. Your Cavs won a game because it was going for a minute there, girl. I was thinking they were playing Rafa. For a minute there, I thought they were playing Rafa because I thought it was going to be at 4-0.
Sorry, I got something for you. Just sit tight, boo.
We're talking about the ladies, right? Same thing about the ladies. I hurt my feelings. But I think I know where you're going, and it's all right because I'm waiting. I think I know where you're gonna go, Janina.
No, you don't.
You gotta be creative. You gotta come for me. You gotta be creative. But I'm on it. I'm on it. Christina McHale. We have a very rare occasion. We have Andreen from Solely Tennis Travel. She's traveling and she's on East Coast time. So we don't have to hear anything about lovely California weather. I don't know what else happens in California. There being a blue state, there's no threat of, MAGA taking over. But, she's in Philadelphia. How is it going?
It's great, actually. The rain just spat down on me. I went to church, got my life from some church service.
I went to church online today.
Did you online? You could do that.
Sweetie.
What?
No, I'm sorry, fans. I wasn't ready for that one.
You did.
You might as well say I went to church on tape. I mean, that would have been more acceptable.
It was live. It's a live stream.
You know what? It's not your time. Andrew, you finish your introduction because I can't. I don't know what to say to this.
That's great. But my minister was on fire. She was great.
Okay.
And her theme was Fresh Wind, Fresh Fire, which was amazing. I loved it. Just what I needed to hear before I can go out there and fight the white supremacists tomorrow. This is why you go to church, so you can get get your juices flowing. So yeah, it was good. That's what it is. Although there was a whole discussion about how Methodist Church are supposed to deal with LGBTQ people, and I was like, that's when I was like, left turn, no.
Oh God, yeah.
That's when I paid.
Is it an AME church?
I don't know. It's a Methodist.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the difference. So
African
Methodist. Yeah, Methodist. Oh well, yeah. I guess
Black Methodist Church.
I think they're all under the umbrella of Methodist Church.
They are.
The Methodist churches. They have a whole specific girl, I know. Yeah, article on what you can and can't do. And of course, as soon as they start reading through the paperwork of all of it, I was like, look at all that fire and brimstone you done talked. And now I'm looking at your LGBTQI statement and I'm like, yup, nope. So anyway, yeah. That's always too sad for them. But anyway, what are you going to do? That was me.
Probably just go to church online and then you can leave when you want done.
Full circle. Janina, I've given you a lot of shit. But you know what? I mean, you come true. All the time. And here again. I keep doubting you, but you know what?
This is what happens. I mean, we live in a universe where I'm listening to this speech, and now I understand why Janina goes to church online. So there you go. Thank you.
Boom.
All right.
Let's
in case of it, when the collection time come around, you'll just be like, "Oh, my bandwidth is
totally when I logged out."
I can't pay for this. I can't pay for this. So I got
great.
nothing.
Anyway, let's go.
So,
And you, Reels.
there's Reels. I'm here.
The homosexual of the podcast, which is not going to be Sujan.
I know, and this week is a struggle because we're talking about the ladies. And when it comes to the ladies, yeah. I got nothing.
Do you see how I say when heterosexual men say they can't think of what sexy men, and we say they're not open-minded? I'm about to put that back on you now.
Well, no, I mean, you see, here's the thing. I mean, I can find women sexy. I can look at a woman and think, oh my gosh, she's sexy. But I'm just extra. I mean, I don't know if all gays at this, but I'm just extra because I'm thinking, how is she gonna look with her updo and with her shoes? Is her outfit gonna work for her? It's like, sweetie, that purse isn't working for you, but everything else is going. I mean, yeah, that's what goes through my mind. And I don't think when they say sexy, when I don't know, when
Just
George Clooney looks at his wife, I don't think that's what he's thinking about. Oh, let's be more relevant. When Harry looks at Meghan, he ain't thinking about all of that when he says sexy, baby.
What's he thinking? Since you know so much.
I know. She brought it already. So I don't know what you're thinking. So let's move on.
Moving on. So let's get to the actual tennis before we get to, what's going on otherwise. I mean, with our list. And ladies, Janina, you were home. You watched a lot of tennis, I'm sure.
Stop being silly.
She was, though. You were home. There's no excuse for you not to watch tennis.
I mean, I watched some, but I've been very sick. I slept for a week. Let's be real.
So that's you. This week, you still got nothing?
No, I watched some. I made it. Okay, get ready for this. Brace yourselves. I made it a point to watch Novak.
Oh, good. What'd you think?
I think I was right about what I said on the last podcast that motherfucker's going to show up at Roland Garros. That's what I think.
Good for him. Good planning.
He's right on time. He's peaking at just the right moment. Because,
I do think that's important, though. Don't waste your... I mean, he's never beaten Rafa at Roland Garros, right? Or did he?
Once.
Or he did it
and then he didn't win it. And then Stanley showed up and just like, thank you very much. This is what I wanted.
That's like Sasha and Dominic Thiem. Dominic Thiem's like, let me take him out for you. And Sasha's like,
yeah. Meanwhile, Sasha's looking at Fabio Fognini like, motherfucker.
Listen, Fabio was really fun this week. I want him to wear that kit in a superhero movie. He's totally a villain.
Who? Yeah. Sasha?
Fabio. With his lightning bolt shirt in his skull.
He going to say something off color in like no time, and then you just can't even handle him.
Well, that's fine. You can do that.
Let's move it. So what's going on? I got time. I'm gonna ignore you going on about Fabio, but let's move on. I'm done with that. No time.
So let's discuss the ladies. Let's discuss the ladies. I mean, this is a rather interesting. I mean, I don't know what else.
The ladies.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I thought as usual, there's a WTA event and Serena is not around. It's an open draw. Anyone can get up in there and snatch it and take it. And I am happy that some of the top ladies decided to stick around and show up. Sharapova got her meds right, at least enough that she can pass the test. And she showed up in these, at least she's competing well enough again. Showing that moxie, because I thought that she played struggle tennis because most of those victories weren't necessarily convincing. These girls had her on the rope and then decided, not so sure if I want to take her out. Yeah, she's coming at me. Yada yada yada. And then she faced Halep, and I keep wondering, Halep, why is Maria Thorn in your side? Because you are clearly the better player. Like, there was just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But you want to make a meal about it and put the drama on the WTA page, and thank God, Halep, at the very least, you took care of that bit. Don't know what happened this morning, but let me just say,
maybe she's made like a mental, maybe she's gotten like a mental victory now that she's actually gotten a real victory. Maybe when she sees Sharapova, she won't whelp again.
She beat Sharapova the last meeting they had, if I'm not mistaken. No,
no. Remember U.S. Open?
No, I think they played after that.
No. Where else did they play? They didn't play anything else. Sharapova hasn't played her.
Hold on a second.
Well, who cares? It's Simona.
I don't think she had ever beaten her, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was like a 7-0 thing. But so yeah.
This final.
Tony
so this
says
this morning.
Tony says she beat her in the fall.
Which fall?
Yeah,
the fall.
Which
fall? Where?
In China.
Oh, in
when
Asia?
Simona got number 1.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know they played afterwards and Simona won, and she won in straight sets, I think, if I'm not. This morning, so I thought the finals was at 7:30, and you know me, I don't show up. At least I could have sworn my tennis temple told me it was 7:30. And, you know, I don't get up and watch the match at 7:30 because I don't like just to the warm up and they come out, you know, they bring out some little kid and take a picture. I ain't for any of that. When I think I want to have players ready, you know, Mrs. whoever, Mr. Swiver to serve. That's when I like to watch the match. So I casually roll upon my stream at 7:45 expecting it to start. Then I looked at Shark, what's this like? Svitolina, 6-love. Already up. I'm just like, Mona, girl, like, what are we doing?
This is what Svitolina does.
She can do that. She could do that. I love that.
I saw Svitolina in Madrid looking like if she didn't even know who she is anymore.
Oh yeah, Beijing.
Well, which match was it? I didn't see it because, again, I didn't see any women because I can't be bothered to try to find BN. I do have it, but whatever.
I was in a bar and it was on TV. I was like, what?
Wow, impressive.
Yeah, BN was on TV.
Was it Venus's match?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that matters sometimes.
No,
but
it was Halep and Garcia, I think it was.
Someone said that Darren told her she'd go ahead to figure that out on her own.
Look, when I say those two are fucking, I don't want to believe me because I don't know why she's keeping that man around. That man is doing nothing for this woman. Nothing. I mean, he's not bringing anything. Like, and for all the talk that she had talked in the beginning with which coaches, Wim Fawcett don't even know who he is anymore because he and Simona were working very well together. Maybe this must be a Me Too issue. I don't know.
Oh my God.
But I was surprised when that
relationship
put it
all out there, don't you?
Well, I'm just saying it was a very odd thing because she said, they were like, well, Wim brought you so much success. Why are you leaving him? Oh, I just want someone who is Romanian. She got a Romanian and dumped that motherfucker in 2 minutes. And then went to Darren Cahill, who is far from Romanian as possible. So I'm confused. So I mean, I would really like Simona to do well, but I mean, at this point, I'm just like, girl. When you look at her,
you know what's so funny about this? You're talking about the number 1 player. I mean, how much better can she do?
But you know what? I mean,
she can win a slam.
That's about it. But that's everyone.
But you know what? She's like a B+. She's like a B+ consistency, right? I mean, because she's not winning big titles. She's not winning titles. That matter of fact, she's not.
We just switch her with Svitolina. That's what Svitolina. I meld them together, and I have the perfect player.
I mean, Svitolina is 12 of 13 in finals. I mean, she's like Roger Federer. You give her on a Sunday, she's there. It's Roger Federer in 2016. No, let me take that back. I mean, 2006 and 2016. Look, I don't want to give anybody any kind of heart attack.
Which is a normal ratio that it continues to decrease over time, as it should when you age. Rafa, I'm talking to you.
Right.
But you know what? So what do you think? You think Svitolina finally gets her ass to the final?
She's been to a final and lost, hasn't she?
A slam final.
Hasn't she?
Slam.
Did she lose to Ostapenko? Who was that?
No, that was Simona again.
Listen.
For that.
Oops.
You're on timeout, Janina. That's uncalled for. That's uncalled for.
Okay. Can I say it? You guys got me wrong. I'm gonna admit that I was wrong. I saw your faves on camera at Roland Garros. Your Serena stands should be happy. I saw her rolling up and Roland Garros and practicing.
Oh yeah, I'm wrong as well.
Yeah,
I didn't think she was gonna show up at all.
Nigel.
She looks great. She looks great. She looks great. So she's unless.
And you know why she was able to show up after the royal wedding? Because the bitch had on sneakers under that dress. She's brilliant. She didn't need to rest.
Really?
She looks good. No,
she looks great, but she for sure she took a picture and of not her, obviously not the one dress she wore to the wedding because she had heels on,
the reception,
but the reception dress that was long and it touched the floor. She took a picture and she had on these slick ass sneakers, and she said, "Lots of people don't know that I often do this."
That's smart. Wear a long dress and then wear sneakers. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, fuck up your ankle in tennis in those high heels. It's a wrap.
Serena brought the blackness to the wedding party. No, she looks good. She looks tight. Looks like she's lost some weight, which will make you happy, Janina.
Yeah, she got that baby weight coming off.
Yeah, and those boobies look secure.
They look good. They have gone down a little bit.
But they're not moving at 50 miles an hour, though. They're just walking. They just glissance across.
Well, I just want to say, while Andrina's saying, that she's admitting that she was wrong, I would like for someone to tell me that I was right. Because I did say that I would not be surprised at all if she shows up to Roland Garros without any practice. And if I really would have thought about the relationship that she has with Meghan Markle, then hello, we know she skips shit for weddings. Remember the toe incident?
Well,
this isn't new.
I thought that was bold of her to assume that she was going to make the final, so therefore couldn't stay at Rome. But okay.
I mean, you did see what happened in Rome, right? You did see what happened in Rome. I'm telling you. Serena is of the opinion of the same opinion. If I am not at that draw, it's a wide open field. Anyone can get it. I am the difference.
Good for her, though. Good for her.
But I mean, the surprise for me at the Rome on the women's side, I have to say, was Vika. I mean, that was Vika.
What was the surprise? What did she do?
She's not playing well.
Yeah, she got dismantled. And I was just like, Vika, I mean, like, I figured I don't know, but and also French is not her favorite place, though. It's just it doesn't seem like well at all. But
remember, the better mover you are, the worse clay is for you, which is weird but true.
But I don't know. I mean, but I think because maybe the clay requires a level of patience. But you know what? Who knows the fuck? Because you know what? This is not the age. Back like 10 years ago, you had a thing called clay coat specialists. They were real.
We have one now. We just don't acknowledge it.
I don't know who that is, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
Exactly. You had a thing called a clay coat specialist. There was a game you had to adapt on clay. You had to slide. You had to know how to slide. If you refused to do these things, you're going to look a hot mess and a fool all day. But then, you know what? The gods maybe decide to throw that fucking rule book out of the bin, but then get out of here. We don't have interest in any of that. So I don't know. We can't even talk about those things anymore. But they used to have a pretty game, but don't know anymore. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Hopefully Vika get her life together, because it's always exciting to see Vika, when she's in the press, she's talking, having a good time, but I was really shocked by that result. I was like, girl,
I don't know why you were shocked.
Because she wasn't injured. Okay. Yes, she had, baby daddy. She hasn't
been playing any tennis, but she hasn't been playing, so it's not really that big of a surprise.
Yeah, I get that, match toughness, whatever the case may be. But I mean, like, yeah, girl. Sometimes you see these girls over there, and it just takes 2 minutes to get, your life together. It's like, oh, it's my pigeon across the net. Let me get her life for her. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Vika is, I don't know. Maybe she needs to talk to Kim and get that killer instinct, because Kim didn't have a killer instinct when she was a single woman. But so she had popped that baby out, she was all like, I am cutting every bitch in front of me.
Cut the shit. You know what? Move on.
It's true. Check the results.
Yeah, she was better when she came back the second time around.
She was better when she came back the second time around. But anyway, yeah.
Well, they better watch out for Serena then. Shit.
I mean, how much more?
I don't know. She always had a killer instinct. Maybe
exactly.
She might have a killer instinct this time around.
But if it gets better when you pop out babies, damn.
I don't know, because she was looking a little soft against Osaka to me. I'm just saying, girl. They're looking a little soft against Osaka, but let's see what happened in Paris. Virginia Rosano, did you get a wild card, girl? Did you get a wild card? Alize Cornet, where are you in the draw? Where are you, Alize? We might have a situation in Paris, and Reels is here for that hot mess. So moving on to the men now. Well, what can you say?
Wah.
For a minute there, just for a hot minute, you know, they almost fooled me. I was just like, what, Sasha?
No. Yeah. Today you got to experience what match fixing looks like. I mean, really, like 6'1", 6'1", and then a tight third. Really?
God was just like, no, boo, you will not be spoiling this shit, okay? We are here for the 11th Roland Garros, and you are not stopping this train today. I mean, like, I'm sure he went into that bathroom whenever the rain delayed and was just fucking pissed, and he just cursed all the gods, the old one and the new one.
Let's not even go there yet. Let's back up to the Nova. Who the fuck is Nova? I still have brain fog. Novak Rafa match. And then who did Novak play before that? Nishikori? So Nishikori looked good. So that was good. I actually enjoyed watching him play. Andreinu talks so much over the years about enjoying him, and I'm always kind of like, why? I kind of saw it. You know, I saw it this week.
Yeah, you saw it this week. Yeah.
It was
you saw variety.
Yeah, it was nice to see him play well, to look healthy, to move. I didn't realize how much power he could generate. Like, it was good. That match easily could have gone either way. So I was happy to see Nishikori at that level. I was happy to see Novak at that level. I was glad that Novak won because I wanted to see that Novak Rafa matchup because, you know, Novak has looked well pretty much all week. But I can't in good faith judge where someone's game is when they're beating players that they should beat anyways. I don't care where you are, how long you've been away. So, you know, they're like, oh, when he played whoever, he looked so good. That was a turning point. No, it wasn't. He could beat him with a broken hand, you know, so I'm not buying that. So that was good to see. Novak was right in there with Rafa the whole time. And that was very, very interesting. I don't think anybody was really expecting that at all. Fans, Rafa, like that was like, that made next week really, really interesting for me. I was like, all of a sudden, I might be interested in Roland Garros again.
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit to thinking. I mean, I didn't think that Novak was going to win. I wasn't there yet. But I thought the outcome was pretty decent for him. Right?
Yeah, I didn't expect him to win. I wanted him to win. I mean, I told you guys privately, I would love for Novak to like go out and wipe Rafa's ass with the court. Yeah. And we all knew that wasn't going to happen. But we said, no, he'll probably, you know, get a bagel and a breadstick. And that's what I was expecting. I did not think it was going to be tight like that. Not even a little bit.
Well, who knows? You know, maybe Roland Garros will be interesting. I mean, it'd be surprising if it is, because when's the last time Roland Garros has been interesting? But you know,
when Stan won it in 2000.
But we saw Novak like be pumped up. We haven't seen that in a long time. You know, in the middle of the match, fist pumping, yelling, doing all the shit that I hate.
But it's a sign of life for him.
Exactly. So that's important. Actually, I totally thought he was going to rip his shirt in the middle of the match. Like, he was that pumped.
So what was Sasha doing well? Because a good chunk of it, I was in church, so I had to scoreboard. What was Sasha doing well?
I just want to say that the Rafa Nole match reminded me of 2010. That's all I'm saying. It's like a calm before a storm.
Before Novak decided to go to the dark side and show up in 2011 and then killed everybody.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is what it means for Sasha too. But
the tennis was not compelling per se.
But
what I was just like really and truly, are we gonna sit here and watch these people bludgeon this ball over and over and over again? This is not like what's happening here. But you know what? Moving on.
In that first set, like Sasha clearly thought he was going to be able to hit Rafa off the court. No, honey. No, you got to do better. You have to have a better plan than that because he will run down every fucking thing. And, he started out great. I mean, he broke to open the match.
And then lost 6 straight games.
But
you know what I was most impressed by, I have to say, was that I would say if this were a best of 5, Sasha would have won. Nope. I think so.
Really? You think?
No fucking way.
Here's why. I mean, I'm not so sure about his fitness, but what surprised me was that he kept his mental focus. The rain fucked him over. He didn't expect that, and he didn't have enough time. People like Rafa, when you play people like Rafa and people like a healthy Andy and a healthy Raja, is that you might catch them on a day when they're playing their B game or C+ game. But if you blink, they're going to run all over you. And that's what happened to Sasha. But if it were best of
that was nobody. But that was
just talked about how nobody beats Rafa.
Yeah, but you know what though? I mean, honestly though,
Sasha came. Sasha did better.
So poor. That's so poor. You're up. Listen, you've already. This is
right.
You
up a break.
Second set. You beat this person second set 6-1. That rarely happens to Rafa, right? Rarely. So you're in his head at this point in time. He's anxious. You need to calm your ass down. Use that rain delay to stay focused on what's working. What is he? Did he say he was doing a fucking crossword puzzle? I would have been playing out that second set in my mind and figuring out what I'm doing well and why I'm doing so well here.
That's maturity. Something Sasha doesn't have at all.
You come out. You come up and it's on your terms. You're serving. You're a good server.
And you know what would have been excellent in this situation? A Juan Carlos Ferrero with fucking experience who could have been talking to you in the fucking locker room.
Telling you how to manage this moment.
Exactly.
Really said he did a crossword puzzle that happened?
That's what I saw in one of the quotes was that he was doing a crossword puzzle.
No, I mean, I have to say for the second set, I have to say he managed himself very well. And I was very much impressed by that. Rafa didn't take a dip. Rafa was getting beat. Because Rafa was frustrated as fuck.
But that's what
nothing was working.
You're doing. And you got a break in the third.
Exactly. Rafa will never go away. And Sasha let his guard down.
I don't think Sasha expected him to go away. Sasha just went away.
Yeah, Sasha went away. You don't expect
Sasha went away. You don't expect Rafa to go away. Because I remember, and let's not mistaken, Sasha has been in this moment before. Remember? Sasha's breakout moment was when he almost beat Rafa. A couple years ago.
Wow.
So he's been in this situation before, and I figured time. But I mean, I was impressed by the second set because
I'm just hoping this is a Robin Sutherland moment. Let's all hope for that moment where your ass get beat, and then you show up at Roland Garros and you take care of business, knees notwithstanding Rafa and whatever was going on.
You know what's funny? Rome has a very interesting way of doing this because
it does.
Before there was tennis, in 2011, there is a moment. In Magnus Norman beat, this was when tennis was best of 5 set. This for the old folks who might remember back in the day, Magnus Norman, when he was really playing tennis, he and Gustavo Curtin got to the finals of Rome and he beat Guga, I think, in 5 sets. Guga
that's when tennis was legit, man.
Exactly. And you had clay court players because you weren't seeing Magnus showing his ass on Wimbledon. He wasn't. And Guga was like, I'm not feeling so well. Guga was happy for second round money at Wimbledon. But anyway, fast forward to when they got to Paris. Guess who showed up in the finals again? Magnus Norman versus Guga. And Guga just like, oh,
You gotta learn your lesson. Which
you
is
learned his
actually,
lesson. So
which is why I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the Sasha loss today. Like, I think it's in a weird way. Like, listen, even though, Rafa gets to hold the title, which I think is great, whatever, I don't care. I think what's nice about this for Sasha is that you learn a hard lesson and you do not go into Roland Garros some sort of weird favorite because you've just beaten Rafa. And all the hype begins.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure, a lot of hype, a lot of like, oh my God, no one's ever dethroned him here, blah, 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 you're the next great thing. What you have is Novak Djokovic coming alive and a Sasha showing a decent showing in a final when everybody expected him to be blown off the court, and a smug Rafa, which Rafa's feeling himself right now. Those are nice. Those are
build on that.
Yeah, it's a nice setup for some interesting drama. And, Dominic Thiem losing in the first round was amazingly lucky for him. Although he won't think that, but it was important that motherfucker rests unless he decides to show up in some tournament somewhere.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, he is in some backyard classic this week.
I'm sure.
He's in some backyard classic this week, but
I don't know. I think Rafa's probably going to win his 11th, but for me, what was exciting is like, I felt like, oh my God, we're going to get Clay back. We're going to get Clay with more than one person winning the same thing a billion times. You know what I mean? And so that's interesting. I might actually go visit a clay court tournament. I have not been to one since 2009.
You're going way too far.
2009
Brianna, we know nobody is taking Rafa's crown.
Nobody probably won't.
Nobody won't. It's just his body, right? It's either if his body fails him.
If his body doesn't fail him, he should probably lift that thing.
If his body is nobody, okay? That's all it is, really. It's either Rafa's body or it's nobody.
He says these are a lot of hypotheticals for something that statistically won't happen. What is statistically not happening?
That Rafa won't lose. You see, this is what I find shocking.
That's okay. Let's move on. We're here for our top 6.
This is what I find shocking.
What? Like statistically, he won't win?
I have no idea. I don't want to.
I mean, people expecting Rafa to win on clay 10 years out.
Well, why wouldn't he
expect the sun going to shine tomorrow?
Why wouldn't he win on clay? Why wouldn't he win in the Roland Garros? Listen. You know what? Sometimes the sun comes out like 2009 and something strange happens. And sometimes you get the same exact Roland Garros final every year and he wins. I would be shocked if he doesn't win. But so yeah, I don't really. I just listen. I take it as a given that Rafa wins, and then I pay attention to the movement that's happening for other people. And so I think it was a great tournament for Sasha. No shame in losing to Rafa in a final like that. If you could have held serve, but I still think it's a good move for him that he doesn't enter a Roland Garros as some sort of weird favorite in that way. Hopefully Novak stays awake. It'll be interesting, hopefully we get some good
maybe that slender body doesn't wreck him put in so much, because he extended a lot of energy yesterday night semifinal, and for nothing really. Just saying. Novak.
No, I think it was good for Novak
to get upset.
No, I think maybe for you to see what you have. Listen, Novak knows he can beat Rafa. The question for him is can he handle staying at that level for a long period of time? That's good news for Novak, the way he played. He hasn't been that committed mentally in a match in a long time. That's important information.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like I would have been shocked if Novak had beaten Rafa. I just don't think he's there yet. Confidence wise and just tennis wise, I think we all know that Novak has done whatever he needed to do to get his body healthy, and now he's going to rebuild his game to compete. But who knows? Come June 10th, I'm sure we'll have once doce, whatever that is. Once Yuma.
I call it an 11th.
11th. I actually like 11th.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's 11th Roland Garros.
So let's move on to what we're really here for.
It'd be a cool shirt. I like that shirt. 11th.
We'll make it.
11th. I like it.
And Sasha, let's just not lose in the first round. Okay, let's just make it to the second week. That's all I'm asking you. Second week. Okay, Dominic, stay your ass home this week. Don't follow Stanley. He's not your friend. Okay, let's just try to get our shit together.
Kay and Shakori, stay healthy so we can see a couple
You
rounds.
know what, Kay? You need to be in a wheelchair. Just everywhere you go, going to push
let
yourself
someone.
in a wheelchair. Yeah, 'cause I don't trust you on your own 2 feet. I don't.
And
Just put it out
Delpo,
there.
do what you do and withdraw from Roland Garros so you can show your ass up and try to
I
beat
want you,
Federer in the first
Delpo.
round. Do it.
I want you.
What you do?
See?
I know. You know that's what
See?
Delpo's up to. Delpo, you know your ass ain't showing up at Roland Garros because you know your wrist cannot take it. So bounce out, boo. Bounce out.
You might be able to hard Novak at Wimbledon. You might be able to because you know.
Dan. You know that's what he's there for. Take out your face.
Federer will not let you pass. It won't be happening in SW19. Let's get on to the ladies. What we're here for. What we're here to talk about. So, I know
bitches got your list.
I have a list.
There was a struggle for you two ladies, which I'm finding surprising. You know,
it wasn't. I made my list in 10 minutes.
Oh
no, I'm just kidding.
Janina.
What?
Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words.
Listen, I didn't make my list at all.
What?
No,
Anyway,
bitches. Somebody else did.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Who's starting off?
Okay. So my theme, I'm gonna start off as as I am going to be the least superficial about this. I gotta bring it back because I am so vulgar during the Miami sizzle. So my list. So in fact, I know y'all gonna hate me, but let me finish. Let me just say, I actually picked like 12 women.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Hey.
Yeah, and I tell you why. So my theme this year is, I need the people, powers maybe, to stop making these women a thing because they're not a thing, and maybe you suggest these other ladies because they're much more interesting along those lines. I mean, there's a much more cuter way, but you know what?
So you're
Sunday.
doing eat this, not that.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh my God! You know what's so funny? That's almost my category. That is.
I knew Andre was gonna get on my thing, and Janina, that's another star for you. I'm telling you, you should stay home more often. You are so productive. I'm telling you.
Okay, so what is your
to make a full-time job?
What's your title?
So, eat this, not that.
Okay. Wow. All right. Wow. Okay.
I mean,
shit.
All right.
All right, who's your number 6?
We're not talking about sushi,
Okay, go for
anyway,
6.
My number 6 is Andrea Petkovic. I don't get it. Y'all just need to stop it. Okay? She ain't winning no matches. She barely getting on her qualies now. I mean, she's not funny. She's cute, but not cute like y'all are trying to push. Stop trying to push her on me. Okay? Y'all have not acknowledged the fact that a couple years ago, she almost killed someone with her rude attitude, almost flung a racket, almost hit a lines person. But y'all like the spirit and the passion. You know what? I don't want to have it. Okay? No. Nope. She's not interested. Okay? And I don't even see her. So you can't tell me someone is a thing when the thing isn't even there. Okay? So, might I suggest, write a piece on Yulia Gerges. She's interesting. She's winning some matches. And I mean, like, let us not forget. I mean, like, y'all be talking about Petkovic more than y'all talk about Angie. And she got 2 slams and was a number 1 player. So, I'm just saying.
But Angie's charmless, though. That's hard.
Well, make it work. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, Petkovic.
Listen, I like Angie generally, but I mean...
if we can't get Yulia Gerges, there's a mother in Germany, Maria, somebody.
Oh my God.
Kastakina. I'm just like, yeah,
Okay.
no more
Bree says
Petkovic.
Angie has soulless eyes.
Oh, damn, Bree. I mean, I kind of agree, though.
I mean, yeah, the media love Petkovic, but I don't understand why. They have never given me a reason why.
A Pecco
She's
dance.
funny.
Pecco
Humor
dance.
nice.
is not a rare thing
She's
among
nice.
human beings. I mean, she's not that nice. Y'all need to stop it. The tour isn't filled with a bunch of witches. There are a whole bunch of nice people on tour.
Stop it.
I'm
All
just saying.
Okay,
How about
moving
we
on.
kind of just saying? Okay. Not Petkovic. Anybody but Petkovic.
Oh, so anybody but Petkovic is your number 6. Okay.
Anybody but.
You know what? Let me qualify that. Anybody who gets to the second round of a tournament but Petkovic. Making it simple. Simple.
Wow.
Keeping it simple.
Okay, so in a related category. So for me, initially I was gonna be like, I'm gonna invite these ladies to Wakanda, but I was like, I'm not a part of the tourism bureau, so I'm not gonna do that.
Girl, you just getting a pass. You getting a visitor singer. You trying to bring friends?
I know. I can't, right? So because basically my theme was I love it when the women's tour is filled with badass bitches. I don't mind if they are not the nice ones. I don't mind any of that stuff. So in my mind, I feel like these are badasses in training. Like if we could make a go of it, I would not mind if any of these ladies just take on the role of tour bitch and be fine with it. Don't apologize for it. Just live in that space, live in that mental space fully. I think it's great. So my number 6 candidate for potential and really, really good tour bitch is Ostapenko.
Oh,
I think Ostapenko has the making of a fantastic. First of all, her game style says it. Like, I'm just gonna hit this ball. It's your face. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
it reminds me of an efficient Bartoli.
Yeah.
If Bartoli were, I mean, like,
Stop it. No one should ever be compared to that.
no, like if Bartoli were quote unquote in shape and had better technique, but just that sense of like, see ball, hit ball, I don't give a shit. Just running side to side. I'm not here to look pretty. I'm just here to win matches when I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel like.
She has an energy that reminds me of like the brash, youthful energy that, the tour used to have in the 90s. The only problem with her, obviously, technically for her game, I need her to get a serve. And then she'd be fully
she'd be fully capable, fully online.
She's kind of dismissive about people, which is just peak. I don't see any clawing reports about her from the press about her press conferences, so that makes me feel damn good. And sometimes she is mean as shit, it looks like, on that court. So I just feel like she is ready. If she could step into that space, I'm ready to accept her as a tour B.
Okay.
I'm ready for that.
I think she could be a total bitch. I'm fine with that.
I think you're right. And
if I'm not mistaken, I think she's already that, because remember, she's Castakina. I don't know her. She played since you were 10, but I don't know that girl.
I have a glimpse of it. This is a compliment, by the way, for outsiders listening. Because you know how people define a bitch.
Who's ready to be tour diva? Tour diva.
No, not even diva. Just on. Just a bitch. Like, I don't care what you think of me. I'm just out here to win. No, not femme fatale. Femme fatale suggests a level of like sexiness for male gaze. No, a bitch is like,
trying to change your category.
Yes.
Let it be what it is.
I accepted help, Janina. You see why you don't get nice.
I know. He's like, okay, badass. All right. This is like up and coming badasses, because I think that's clearer. That's clearer for you. Okay, bitch is too complicated for reals.
It's way too complicated.
I'm just saying we live in a different era now, and let's not,
I know.
So someone told me, okay, so first of all, most of you know that I've been sick. I haven't done a fucking thing. So I enlisted help on my list because honestly, I didn't have a list and I didn't have any energy to do a list. So I enlisted one of my most favorite friends, Tony. Which should let you know that it is a Serena related list.
Oh my God.
But I thought, you know what? Because he's like, how about Serena this, Serena that?
Oh God.
This Serena, that Serena. And I'm like,
you're a mess.
Okay, we can do this, but slow down because like I just can't, I said, but this is great. Because just yesterday, I'm pretty sure Reels got real snarky about some shit, like he does. And he's like, I'm tired of hearing about Serena. I said, you know what? Totally going for a fucking Serena list. Because he's tired of hearing about Serena.
It's off the man who's paying your check, okay? Signing your checks. All right, go ahead. Keep it up.
At the end of the day, my list is the top 6 Serena slayages named by Tony. And I did knock one of his off and put, one of my own on. So I have to give myself a little bit of credit, but not much. So number 6 was Serena versus Vika at the 2012 US Open final. Because Vika served for the title. She had it in her pocket, but she just couldn't fucking close it up. And Serena came back from a 3-5 down in the third to win.
Wait. Y'all forgetting the fact that Serena broke Vika at love when she served for the match, right? Like, just like treated those serve like it was shit, right? Like,
hello, that's the point. That's the point of the list.
Vika wasn't really close to winning, okay?
Did she ever?
Well, she should have.
She never got a match point. She never had a match point.
Never got match point. That was for never had a match point. That was amazing.
Poor thing.
But that was a brilliant match, though. It was the thing that was amazing. Because I mean, God knows the men's finals a shit show. When God knows, yes. So I'm with you with that one for sure. Hello.
Yeah,
it's your turn.
Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, I thought you were gonna add something. Okay, so my number 5. I mean, it might hurt some people's feelings, but you know what? I don't give a shit. Naomi Osaka. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You hate her.
I don't hate her. I think she's when she's on, she plays really good tennis. I mean, she's not rude, but you know what? She's just dead in the face. Just dead in the face. Every picture of Naomi Osaka look like she's a hostage.
She would never make it on America's Next Top Model.
She just looked dead in the face. Okay. Tyra would be like, smizing, like, smize, girl, give me something. And I mean, like, it looked like she doesn't want to be there. And people, you know what? Don't force her to be there. Just let her go home and sleep, because apparently she's sleeping in front of Nishikori. And, like, that's a big story. And, like, press, it ain't funny. She's not funny. And that's not any knock against her. But it's just that she's not that girl. She's not that girl for you. Y'all need to go get Lena if y'all want an Asian flavor back up in there. I don't know. I mean, I guess so. There's a bunch of other. She doesn't win, unfortunately. But Shui Shin, I think her name is. And that girl, I can't pronounce the name. But the girl who is that sexy outfit on the coach who plays doubles? You love her, Andre. And she always gets best dressed at the majors. Yeah. Hey, Shingy, I think her name is. H-S-E-I-H. She's from Chinese Taipei, I think it is. They're far more interesting. They give you something in press conference. Naomi Osaka just giving you like, Every time I see,
I think a lot of people project a lot of things onto Naomi.
Yeah, she's just
a lot of projection.
She just like, thank you for coming. I really glad and I won here at Indian Wells. Thank you and ball people and thank you. Okay, so yes, Dima Sue Shi, if I'm saying that correctly. Yeah. I mean, she's not that girl. Maybe she needs time to be mature, but until then, stop forcing her onto us. Stories make you, the journalist who's pushing it, look stupid because it's like, you know what it feels like? It's when your friend has a baby and she tells you the umpteenth time, oh my God, Bobby just burped. It was so funny. Oh my God. Like, bitch. Stop it. When my nephew was younger, I said, just like, sweetie, can we have an intelligent adult conversation, please? There is only so many things this little kid can do that's cute that we can talk about in like an hour. Stop it. We're adults here. Naomi Osaka.
Wow.
Let's not have that. Let's have someone else.
All right, Andrine, who's your next big bitch?
I mean,
she doesn't need to be big.
No,
she has a personality.
No. Okay, this one is perfect. Her biggest problem though is I need her to win more matches.
Oh shit.
You can't really do this if you don't win matches. It doesn't work as well. So I need Kiki, my number 5, Kiki Mladenovic, because when she loses, she's bitchy. When she wins, she's bitchy. I love it. I think it's great. But if that percentage is flipped, it's not as cute.
Bad, right?
It's not as cute. So I need...
Wait. You want Kiki to be a bitch or a beard? Which one?
Oh my God, I can't with you. Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean, I'm here for the badass personality for Kiki, but when I see her as a beard, I'm just like, girl, what are we doing?
That's your list. That's your list.
Totally.
By the way, that's a good list. That's a good list. But no, Kiki, I need you to win better and fitter. Get fitter. Make sure your body doesn't break down. And then she could be, because you know what I like about Kiki, and everybody hates her for it, but I feel like Kiki will speak her mind in an authentic way, and she takes her lumps for it, and I appreciate that. It's so hard to get people to just speak their mind in a way that's engaging and interesting. So it's so funny because you know how
multiple languages as well.
Oh my God, I know. And occasionally she might speak out of turn, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with fights amongst the ladies. I'm okay with that. The fact she doesn't get along with Carol Garcia, that's all right.
And she's very specific.
Yeah,
not like Muguruza, who just like,
you know
well, no one is friends. Everyone's fake. Like, girl,
yeah, you gotta get
fake
specific.
with you.
But
Everyone's fake with you.
going with Dominic?
Hey, girl.
Dominic got crabby eyes and big ears.
Leave her alone.
And I'm still not convinced that he doesn't like men.
Downstairs. Stop. What's downstairs? Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I think whatever he's got downstairs, he's given to somebody on the ATP tour, not the WTA.
God, you know.
He's sick. He's sick.
Oh my God, I can't with you too.
You got a 5.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so all right, great.
All right. Ooh,
you're number 5.
Kiki, still in charge. Go ahead.
My number 5 Serena match is Serena versus Dementieva in 2009 Wimbledon semifinal.
I'm sure someone died in that over that match. I'm sure someone
so this match
on
was
their
good
death
for
certificate it said was watching Serena versus Dementieva and died.
So,
absolutely sure about
you
that.
know, she saved match points the whole. You know what? I really liked Dementieva, and I really liked her legs too. They were always
before
great.
she retired and she started saying funny shit. But before that,
yeah,
when you didn't know she was a racist.
Yes.
Right. I liked to watch her play. But also, you know, during
after
that
the
tournament,
serve, though, you like to watch her play after
she served, because there's no serve there, no serve whatsoever. That poor thing. He's so pathetic, right? But like,
but do you see how life has changed?
I know, right?
Look at that. You got Ostapenko winning slams without a serve, and Dementieva, poor thing.
I mean, Dementieva was in tears.
She was born in the wrong decade. I don't know what.
Dementieva was in tears. I don't have a serve. I mean, come on now. You couldn't.
And that was one of my favorite Serena looks during that time too. I loved her the short, like curly hair, you know, for obvious reasons. And I liked her Wimbledon kit a lot too.
I mean, you can't mess up white. I mean, you can't.
Yeah. Oh, some people fuck that shit up. Don't even. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Maria Sharapova, we talking to you, girl. Just saying. In your effort to look unique, you look like a rare mess. So
I think that was featured as a classic match on the Tennis Channel. That was like the tennis.
Is that what we call that? Like a classic ass?
That was a classic match. They call that a classic match.
I mean, trust me.
No, so anything that goes over the normal limit is epic and classic and whatever. We know that now.
I mean, I'm sure that was one of those matches where those women were just like, let us forget the tennis and the racket. Let us just fight it out here because we're coming. We're close to coming to. I mean, that match was on wheels and nerves. I mean, that was just like you had to play each point like I have to be feeling it. I mean, it was a good match. It was a good match. I'm not gonna lie, that was a classic match. Meanwhile, let us not forget in that match, in that same semifinal, Venus Williams destroyed the number one player, 6-love, 6-1. I think it was a double bread.
That's great. Too bad she lost next round.
I know. It's Venus. It's what she did for a living. It's what she does.
She gifts.
I mean, well, people forget, but I hope people keep thinking that it was Serena who put the what's her name? Dinara?
Stephanie, yeah.
In retirement because of she won Rome and Madrid title.
No, it was Venus. It was
Venus. You see? It was Venus.
You know what's so nice about it? Venus gave her a beating and then defended her in the press conference after.
And that's what maniacal, evil psychopaths do. They hurt you and then they go down and be like, oh, she doesn't deserve that. Not at all. And I mean, mind you, Dinara had a lot to be proud of because this was the first time she's got the second week off a grass school tournament. She wasn't a grass specialist at all. She hated the grass. And she made it to the semifinal. And Venus was just like, oh, you did, huh? Well, let me show you how people barely playing grass. And Dinara was never the same. So people don't say Serena sent Dinara to retirement. It was your fave and mine. It was Venus Williams. Just a little public service announcement right there, at least the history, the real history. So my number 4 is, I mean, I guess it's the era we live in, but you know what? We need to put our foot down against these kind of iniquities. We're in Sundays, so I can use that word. Coconut. I need people to stop talking about Colleen Vanderway, aka Coco, real name Coconut, as if she's something worthy to exemplify and put up there. Yes, I know. She saved the Fed Cup. But you know what? You need to go talk to Sloan because it's Sloan letting that happen. Sloan ain't doing her job, letting Coconut be the heroine of the Fed Cup. But let me just say, Coconut is rude. She's not even a badass. No. Because she's just here for one tournament and then, go away. I mean, like, I don't want to say roller derby, but I mean, like, she just screams roller derby. It's just like, you just see how you just think hot dogs and milkshake, at the fairgrounds and just nothing elegant and
oh my God. Why do you do that?
You just see a body. I don't know what you call it here, but I don't know. You just see a fanny pack. Whenever I see Colleen, I just think fanny pack, a visor, shorts, like 1980s sneakers, white sneakers, tube socks, just all around mess. No. Coconut is not a thing. How about we go and we look at the other ladies out there? I mean, you can even go talk to, I don't remember her name, so I guess we can't talk to her then. But how about these young ladies who are on the Challenger circuits, whatever WTA call that circuit? Taylor Townsend, Sasha Vickery. All those have much more. They will give you a better story. I mean, they're not winning the major, getting into the first round and second round of big tournament, but they're much more interesting. There's a much more human element and quality and story. And you know what? They make the right decision when they go into the fucking polling booth. And that's why they're much more interesting storyline than fucking Coconut. So I'm just saying, no to Coconut, anyone else but Coconut. Just putting it out there. That's my number 4 pick.
Wow.
Andreen? Yes, thank you, Dima. Crocs. Every time I see her, I just think she walks around her house in Crocs. And she'll be the kind of person who will go outside in socks and Crocs. You're absolutely right. Oh. You're absolutely right, Dima. My God. No, I can't even. I don't think I can even hate her anymore. I mean, just imagining Crocs and socks. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
mm-mm.
So, where am I? Number 4. Number 4. So I think this person has possibilities that this week revealed to me. It revealed to me through her violence, but now I know that Kopliskova could potentially transform her frozen robotic nature on court into something a little bit fiery. And I have a feeling that she could take on a sort of Lendl-esque kind of persona. So my number 4 is I'm lobbying for Kopliskova to drop the robotics and just embrace this fire that she showed when she went on the full attack and almost took down the umpire. I mean, she's only paying 4 digits for it. Which
really?
Yeah, that's it. 4 digits. So, I mean, so what? Like the maximum is what? Maybe
$9,999.
$9,999.
99 cents.
99 cents. So I think that message is a strong message from the WTA that says we want more of that from you. Because that is a drop in the bucket. So that tells me that there's room for Kopliskova to stop being so unemotional on court and key into her emotions. I think that she.
Apparently Tony said the max was $2,500.
No, they said it was 4 digits.
Well, he said $2,500.
Oh, $2,500. Wow, that's all? Wow.
That's not even a drop in the bucket. That's is the bucket. That is just literally just nothing in the bucket. You could
that tells me the WTA
plus the cost to replace the chair.
That's it. That's a sign. That's a signal. I mean, was that more than Venus got for skipping a press conference?
That is less than Venus.
It's less than what? Wow. So basically engaging in violence on a tennis court, if you are a woman, I'm assuming, because I think
if you're a white woman, because this is what Petkovic did, right? She almost hit the line person.
Yeah.
And they laughed it off and thought it was funny.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm an advocate for violence, but that just tells me that there's a lot of untapped emotion in Kopliskova that probably could just come out more appropriately on court. Maybe a couple screams, a couple like racket throws, a couple rages on the sidelines without approaching anybody. She might be able to be engaging to watch. Sorry, Janine, I know you like her, but I can't. I find her hard to take. But I think I might be able to take her if she was able to connect a little bit more with that energy that it took her to.
I was with her before when she called the security. She called the supervisor. When she called for the supervisor, she went into. You see, she called for the supervisor. I mean, let us just say. It was a horrendous call, but it's a call. It's one of those. All of these calls are horrendous because the maximum that you lose is a point. Yes, wherever the point, like it might be a 40, 30 point, whatever the case may be. It was a horrendous call, but this is the nature of tennis. The umpires do not have instant replay. In fact, it is the reason why instant replay is not even available inside stadiums anymore because umpires cannot change their mind. It is the rule. Kopliskova didn't just walk off of the street and went to start to play tennis. She knows how these things go. Yes, it was a bad situation. But however, you didn't lose the game. You had a chance to try to get yourself back in whatever the case may be. You failed on your money shot. So if when it's, you know what I mean? Yeah. When the going gets tough, you can't bring in your only weapon. You have nobody to blame but yourself in that situation. For me, the real egregious thing was that she walked up to the umpire as if to extended her hand to shake the umpire's hand, pulled it back. I was just like, "Fuck you, bitch!" And then while the person is in it, and if that isn't threatening behavior, I don't know what is. And for us to try to talk about a point, and I mean, for me, it's just. No. And then her sister got on Twitter, girl. don't even get me started on you, girl. We don't even know who you are. Unless if you want a twin, we won't even know who you are because you don't win shit. Then you go to defend your sister with that madness, talking about the umpire, and then the umpire is suspended, and Mariana Alves still got a job. Mariana Alves is still sitting in a fucking chair and calling Grand Slam major matches. And you're gonna suspend this umpire for some. I mean, come on, I just can't. I just can't. This whole mess, it's unfortunate, but yeah, she's gonna be that girl I'm gonna like to hate. You know what? She's gonna be my new Jennifer Capriati.
Really? See? Right
that
there.
Girl who should be in jail.
Then she's
it is that girl that should be in jail.
Then she's fulfilling my thing, right? That's my thing.
I guess so.
There you go. See, that's look. Thank you for selling my own case. I told you you wanted a better.
Janina, are you with us? Janina?
Oh.
Janina's not so well, and we may have to get her a list.
Oh no, Tony did it. Tony helped her put it together. Who's number 4 on her list, Tony?
What's that number 4 match? I think I know what Tony number 1 is gonna be, but you never know. While Janina comes back, hopefully, I have another controversial pick as my number 3. Mm-hmm. So my number 3, I know it's gonna hurt some feelings. I know exactly whose feelings it's gonna hurt. But wait, Janina, you're here. I can see you in the chat, but I don't hear you. What's going on, girl? You want to be a silent witness? What is this? You're chatting with Tony? Tony is off the air. Let's try to get Janina back in here. Apparently she's trying to, I don't know why she's disappeared, but so while we wait for Janina to get in here, my number 3 pick is Sloane Stephens. I know I can hear that from Andrina already. But for me, Sloane won the major. It's true. But, you know, unfortunately, Sloane doesn't give much personality other than when Janina.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give my number 3, and then you'll go back to you before we get to... No, your number 4 pick. We don't have your number 4 pick.
You don't have my number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, my number 4. My number 4 is 2015 Wimbledon versus Muguruza. Basically because, well, according to Tony, it's because it was the Serena Slam 2.0, but fuck that shit. I love it when Muggs loses.
I didn't know people were taking Muggs.
I don't like her, man. That's all I got. I just don't fucking like her.
I think I don't know. But, you know, hey, I mean, that was a good match. I mean, and, you know, Muggs like to pay it forward. She got that bitch at the French Open, and then she got Venus. So I was like, hey, Muggs, good for you, girl. You just got the Williams sisters in the major finals. How many people can say they've done that? And Muggs.
Oh, God. Let's not talk about that. Move on.
Oh, my God.
So anyway, as I was saying, my number 3 pick is Sloane Stephens. I know she won a major and all of that, and people like her. But, you know, generally, I just find her dull. She doesn't bring it. And I just think she needs to make better choices when she's out in the public. I'm just thinking when she's doing promos and whatever the case may be. I'm not going to talk about the hair. I could talk about that. But you know what? I'm not that kind of person. But, you know, I mean, I just find that she's, I don't know, from that whole, I don't know if I'm going back to when she did that press. She just makes bad PR moves. When she did that
piece. Done that in a long time.
I don't know. She just doesn't.
Well, she hasn't done it in a long time because there's been no reason to.
Yeah, she just doesn't bring any. I don't know. I mean
what's she winning?
Very pretty girl, very pretty woman. Sorry, and you know there are moments when she can, you know, be interesting, a la the U.S. Open finals. she was really funny and fun then. But other than that, it's just like wah wah wah. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. We need to go for somebody else. I mean, like, hey, I know Venus is very cagey with the press, and for good reason. But you can pull out the old vintage Venus. She can give you some, choice with something. I'm not saying this or that for, one black woman for another black woman kind of situation. But you know what? I'm just saying Sloan is just doesn't do anything magical.
I disagree.
I mean, make a case. Tell me.
I mean, I'll wait. I have to wait.
I'm sorry, I can't do that right now. We'll get back to you. Thank you for holding.
I mean, we all saw those pictures. I mean, I don't know. We saw the Instagram. We saw her left leaving on the arm. I go for Nike. It was just like, just bad choices. And she's wearing baby clothes that couple sizes too small. Bree, I know I'm holding your feelings. Bree, but you need to talk to your girl and tell her to dress appropriately and just be much more fun-loving and much more, I don't know, a real personality in public.
Brutal.
Just saying. So
that was your number 3?
That was my number 3. Andreen.
Oh man, that's so harsh on my fave. So
that's your number 3, right?
No, it's not my number 3. My number 3 is actually a desire of mine. I would actually really like it. I'm thinking this is Vika 3.0. I would like a return to Vika 1.0. Remember Vika 1.0, a little bit sketchy. Wasn't trying to be like the media press darling. She was a little. There was a little.
Was she dating Red Food then? Because when she was dating Red Food,
and she was winning. She was beating up Maria Sharapova on a tennis court. She was, she was a little bit like distant to the press. The press kind of hated her. I mean, I actually think I find it more interesting when the press doesn't like you, which sounds really odd now, but like it's almost like
when there's an adversarial relationship.
Yeah, when there's a sort of adversarial relationship between the athlete and the press, I get it. I like it, especially for women, because that means that they're not performing for the press. And there's something about that that's really intriguing to me. When the press is becoming cloying for you as a woman, that means that you're doing that thing that probably is just not that interesting. So I want that Vika back. I want the Vika with an edge back. I like that Vika. I really
Bree said Vika 1.0 used to fall out on court.
That one not.
So Vika 1.5 there. You're talking about Vika 1.5.
I want the Vika that was winning
1.5.
The Vika that was winning slams.
Okay.
And had a little bit of an edge to her. Not to say that she can't be edgy mama. She could still be an edgy mom, because I actually don't think it's the mom thing that's like neutered her at all. I think it's the press and the constant questioning and challenging that the press always brought about her, and the whole oh my God, is she fair at what she's doing? The whole Sloan storyline. I think they actually beat Vika down to the point where Vika just became uninteresting as a personality because she was trying to protect herself so much. So I would love it if we can get a little bit of edgy, confrontational Vika again. I want to see that fire and passion in her tennis and also just in her persona. That's my number 3 is Victoria Azarenka. I'd also like her to be playing better, but what am I gonna do?
When she's playing better, maybe that's the issue. When she's not playing well, she is.
No. I feel like she's had this she was trying to do it. Remember when she wrote those letters and was trying to get you inside of who she is as a personality? And I was like, why are you trying to do that? She was trying to do like a sort of PR campaign. I don't know. I just didn't like it. So I would just love it if like the edgy, slightly distant Vika was to make a return. I think she'd be really fun. But not dead like Angelique Kerber.
Not dead, soulless eyes.
Not dead like Naomi Osaka, you mean? Vika is the life. I mean, Angie is the life of the party. when you say her down next to Osaka. Just saying.
No, that's mine. I think I would like to see that. I would like to see her come back in that way. I would love that. That was fun.
Yeah, I do agree. Because I mean, some of these people, Svitolina winning too much. I'm just saying.
What?
Vika is on top of it. Svitolina won't be here.
No, I don't know. Do I trade Svitolina for Vika? Who last? I guess maybe.
Ooh, no, you don't have to trade. You can have it all.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that Svitolina is the new Vika? Could she?
I mean, she's blonde, Eastern European.
I know. I don't think so.
I think Vika's a real bitch.
Yeah, so she could bring that back.
Yeah, for sure.
Go back to that, Vika.
So you're number 3, Janina.
My number 3. Oh my god. So my number 3 is Serena versus Maria at the AO 2005 semifinal. So if you remember, this was the match that Maria was actually supposed to win.
Oh god.
She had just won Wimbledon. And she had won the year-end conference, both against Serena. This was this was the turning point. This was the beginning of 12 Years a Slave. And Serena said, nah, boo. No more.
Here's an interesting tidbit about that match. Serena came out in some contraption that Nike gave her.
Listen, them poom poom shorts.
And the poom poom shorts was on the knees. And she was just like, to beat this bitch, I gotta be all stealth. I'm taking out this extra shit. And she came out with poom poom shorts.
Listen, them poom poom shorts were like, damn, girl.
Oh, Tony calls it she had a babe. That's right, Tony. It was a babe. It was definitely a babe. There was no other way to describe that mess. I was just like, how does this go on? Like, this is like a 3-piece.
You know, I'm watching highlights of this match, and I'm watching highlights of other, because after Tony so graciously, created this list for me, I said, can't we just do like the top Maria beatdowns? And he basically told me to fuck off, that he already did a list for me and wasn't doing another one.
If there was ever a pivotal beatdown to remember, this was the beatdown that started all the beatdowns.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly. This is where we just like.
But I'm watching highlights, right? And I'm like, oh my god, Maria totally, like, her grunt completely changes when she is down and out against Serena. I don't know if it's like that against everyone, but she's always got this fighting, like, I'm gonna bash that ball. But when she's losing, it is such a fucking whiny little bitch grunt. Oh my god.
And when she's getting a real beat down, she got nothing.
Yeah.
She got nothing. Nothing is there. Nothing can come out. Just gotta say. But yes, that is a good match. I do remember that match fondly. I do. Because I was right there with Serena when she did that volley. And she was just like, I was like, girl, you are living on dangerous edge. We can't let this girl. Breeze says they are all loud and tragic.
She was screaming. Yes. I mean, Serena was jumping around and fist pumping. She was twirling in the middle of the match like she won shit.
Oh, but you know what? You know what is the best part of these matches, these beatdowns for Serena for me, is when Pam and Chris and Mary Jo are in the booth saying Serena gonna lose. And then Serena, it is the distress in their voices that is so sweet. It is the distress in their voices where it's just like, oh, I remember, and Serena made her own call. I remember Serena was just like, that ball was out twice, here and there.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
My God, I almost sound like a Serena stan. I just love a good old action movie. And sometimes it was Maria and Serena matches.
You're such a mess. You love a good beatdown, but you can't stand Rafa. You a mess.
Oh, that's not a beatdown, honey. That's a horror movie. That's just a shit. Like, that is like NC-17 rape. No, we don't do those.
Oh my god.
And a few of those matches was my fave. So, girl, I completely forget those matches. So, My number 2, again, I mean, I think more people would agree with me with this one.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, apparently it's a thing. Well, she is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Body.
Mm.
I don't get it. I don't get it. She used to play cricket, I think. Is it she? I don't know. But I mean, I got nothing to say other than I don't understand why Gavrilova people. Gavrilova is far more interesting from Sam Stosa. What happened to Jane? Samantha Jane. I mean, come on now. Ashley Body. I mean, like, again, these are probably lovely people. Their parents love them. They're amazing individuals. They can play tennis relatively well. But they are not media sensation. They are not killing up social media. They are not going to advance your tour. These are not the people you put up front to get new viewers. Ashley Body is not a thing. It's not. She's not. So we're gonna have to put that away. And we're gonna have to bring our Gavril over if we're gonna do an Aussie. If we want to do some Aussie, and again, if we're doing the Asia swing Pacific, there are lots of people over in that area. I mean, Kum, I forget her name. Kum from Thailand. Far more interesting than Ashley Body.
See, the problem is you got to win a few tournaments.
She is not
Ashley Body
like
win a tournament.
What is wrong with Bree?
But
somebody help Bree.
What did Bree say?
Oh God.
What? A grown woman should not be described as cute like a teddy bear.
That is ugly. Let's call
that is the problem. See, that's what I'm talking about there.
She's
ugly. You should not be describing a grown woman as a teddy bear. That is, come on, she's not Mama Bear. She's not Goldilocks staying afraid of her. This is not the show for this. Okay? Ashley Body is not not this, somebody else. Gavrilova, I mean, look, you can even do I'm not gonna say Mrs. Curious this time. I'm gonna say her name, Alia Tumljanovic. She's far more interesting.
You've been practicing.
I've been practicing. I mean, you could even get into her head to try to get into what's wrong in Nick's head. I mean, you could find out, girl, how are you dealing with the asshole that is Nick every single day? Women need tips how to deal with their asshole man every day.
No, that's not. We're not going to define her through her man. Would you just again?
I'm just saying there's a far more interesting story out of Alia than there is ever going to be out of Ashley. Just saying.
I think she. I mean, you are brutal.
You see, tell me. I'm waiting. You see,
listen, I don't even know who she is, so I can't even defend her.
See? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
She is, but I don't.
Usually, Andreen can bring me out of the tree. Bring me down, talk me down on the tree.
I won't even talk you down out of her. You're right.
I have listed 5 women, and Andreen can't even defend anyone that's like, Riz, you're wrong. She didn't say anything yet. So
I'm about to. I'm about to. I'm now launching an objection to your take of Sloane Stephens.
Just now?
She's my number 2 now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I think you have her on the wrong list. Nobody's been pushing Sloane Stephens. If there's a choice between Sloane Stephens and Madison Keys, you know that they have been pressing Madison Keys' button. That's who's been getting the press, okay? Sloane Stephens got a blip on the press room circuit initially when she took Serena down, and that was it. They have not come back around to Sloane Stephens. But I'm going to lobby for Sloane Stephens to be consistent in her tennis so she could be a full-time bitch. Because she wants to be there so badly.
Oh, wait a minute before we get it. Okay.
What?
Yeah, Bree, I see what you're trying to say. Yes, Ashley might come out a little bit when she comes out. And I think the same thing goes for Samantha Jane Stosa, but we're not here for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with that for Sloane, Andreen. I'm just gonna put a little
full stop. But I'm telling you, Sloane, she's a little bit of an ice princess, and I love that about her.
She always has been.
I love that about her because you know what's great about an ice princess? It's rare with Black women. It's rare. It's
Is
rare. Yes. Ice Princess is not how Black women are usually perceived.
I don't know. You do okay.
Right? Well, yes. I mean, but I
She's
mean,
ice
it's rare.
queen.
I mean,
Ice queen.
yes, icy, yes. But I'm just saying, it's a nice change up to have this icy sort of, you don't know what she's thinking. I just need her to crystallize that better. Like, I just need her to put it together better and it'd be perfect. If she was annihilating opponents and had that attitude and was fully haughty, she'd be on, right? I mean, then she would have better shoots. She'd probably take better advice about how to put herself in clothing. That would be the pinnacle for me. An icy Black tennis queen. I would be there for that. I just think that she just needs to get it just right. That's all I'm saying. All the things you hate about her reels put together with winning and a fully calculating Ice Princess personality, and she'd be on.
Yeah, she could totally go to Wakanda.
Yeah, but you see, what I'm a problem with all of that.
What?
You can't snatch people's wigs when your wigs is so low, they could easily be snatched. So,
that's what I'm
just
saying.
putting it out there.
But this is
She's
what I'm
got
saying.
some things to fix.
She's got
Yes.
some. This is what I'm saying. These are next level. Think
Sloan,
about
you know
the
what I
tour.
think you need?
Think
You
about
need
that.
a proper homosexual in your box.
You think
what
that's
you
the
need.
That's the solve for
fucking
everything.
solve for everything?
He's been trying to get himself a job as a homosexual in your box.
I think.
Is that
But let's be fair.
God.
Let's be fair.
What?
Let's be fair. When people have a homosexual in their box, things rarely go wrong.
That's Dominic Thiem. But anyway, so
Exactly.
I think that
He put his friend to the side and see how his career is going, right?
oh my God, he's gotten better. No, I don't think so. No, but I have this vision of it, and I could just see it. Like, led the number one player on the WTA tour is this icy Black girl. Just it's on. It's on.
I mean, there is potential there.
There's
Obviously,
potential, right?
But
You
I
can
mean,
see it,
you know,
right?
But
Better-
Sloan just make all the wrong choices. Just
but
who she is.
Tell Bree to call her up.
Bree, there's a restraining order against Bree.
No, there ain't.
Reels can be the Clio of a new startup, Tony says.
The CEO when you start matching people that are homosexual in their life, just get their life moving.
Oh my God! Listen! Don't laugh at this. People do these kind of businesses. Wrap that up quickly. Somebody
Really?
copyright that. Copyright that.
Reels furiously writes down. Furiously write down.
You think I'm lying?
No, I
You
don't.
know, there's a sober buddy. You know, there's a sober buddy business. We came up with that in college.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
No. I have no patience for drunk. I have no
That's what I'm
patience
saying.
for
I'm
drunk.
just saying
I
the
mean,
homosexual in the box. Oh my God, that's the name of the business.
The homosexual in the box.
he gives you fashion advice. You never look a hot mess. You get your life in order. You get better friends.
That's very
You're
clever.
funny. You
Very
know,
clever.
I mean, like you know, Broadway shows and tunes. You know, you're just up on it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, you're venturing into cliche land, but that's all right.
I mean, this would make some of these women interested in anything. I mean,
You'd be great. Anywho, so sorry. Yeah, that's
Oh.
my number 2. I feel like I've defended her very well, and now
You did.
and you can see it, right? You can see it.
real. Then look at a picture of Sloan and those wigs, and he's
Fine.
Oh
Bye.
my God.
Real is a hater. He's a
Because
hater.
you are
Too
a
much.
positive hater.
Too
So
much.
my number 1 pick
Ooh.
is.
What about my number 2?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right.
You're such a bitch.
Well, if someone wants going in and out of the the podcast, decided they're gonna be on the chat and not on the podcast itself. But you know what?
That was 2
Janina.
people ago.
Do you, Janina? Do you?
Okay. My number 2 is the 2003 Australian Open comeback from 1-5 down versus Kimmy K.
Ah,
Kimmy
classic, Tony. Tony, you got all of these things on DVD, don't you? You got all of
You've been watching them on repeats, I'm sure.
Tony. I'm sure
Stop
I'm
making fun of Tony.
No, I think he loves it.
I
Listen,
mean, totally.
I mean, we can't be like this. What do you think Federer fans have been doing? I see people putting them repeats. I was like, what? Are you watching 3 more showings of his dance?
That is true. I'm not gonna call any people out because these are my people. But you're right. There's some people. But that is.
That's great.
Oh, Tony said he can provide links as well, people. So if you're interested in
yes, I forgot. I'm supposed to be tweeting out the links as I go through it. Shit. Why do you gotta bust me out? You couldn't say something privately, like, "Hey, what happened to the links, Janina?"
No, Tony be doing it, right?
And he did not provide me a link for that specific match.
Oh, Tony, that friend that in the group project. Tony, that person in the group project who did a little bit. Who did that bit, and he helped you with your bit, and as you're doing your presentation, he gonna say, "I did that."
Right.
When I saw Tony's that kind of person. So what's so special about this match, Janina?
Well, hello. She came back from 1-5 down.
Yes, it was. You see.
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Serena Stan Reels.
I'm telling you. See, y'all are making me seem like I'm a Serena Stan.
We already know it. We already.
No, I'm not.
We're bringing out the best in you right now.
I just remember crazy details. So 2003, remember, Serena was going for Serena Slam, and she almost lost in the first round to Marlena Weingarter, and she cussed that bitch out, quote unquote. She did call her a bitch, if I'm not mistaken, and put some F-bomb on the coach. She was fighting against herself in the first round. And she was supposed to meet Justine, Venus in the finals. Again, Venus lost that match. So saying Venus, I'm noticing the theme here, Venus. I'm noticing her theme. Venus, girl. So yeah, so that semifinal match, because Kim was just about the toughest real competition she had. I mean, though the finals did go for 3 sets against Venus. Serena got to her slam 1.0, and Tony just said it. I said the Serena slam 1.0. Janina, apparently you didn't take good notes. According to
I did take good notes. I'm not going to argue with y'all about this shit.
Yes, I mean, these are some good picks. These are some good picks, Tony. If I didn't know well, I'd say you're a Serena stalker. So my number 1 pick, it might not be any surprise to you, but I mean, I think this number 1 pick highlights one of the things I hate. Fucked up journalism. Okay? And Simona Halep is not a thing. Yes, she's number 1. And I mean, this is a time when we're supposed to do the real dragging. Okay? I know y'all been dragging the slamless number 1s if you're laying a 4-head, 5-head Yankovic, and Dinara Safina, and at one point Caroline Wozniacki. And again, we could have been dragging Caroline Wozniacki, but guess what? Simona fucked up in the finals and let Carol have that 1 win. Right? Am I not mistaken, right? Caroline beat Simona Halep in Australian Open finals this year, right? Right. So Simona, girl, I don't understand this. I don't understand why Simona is a thing, because Simona is just
She's not.
She's consistent. She's consistency with a C, because it's just C-level tennis I'm seeing here at the big moments. I mean, she let Svitolina bagel her. I mean, yes, you had to play an X-Man mutant in the semifinals, and that was overcome that. But Simona, you're a professional athlete. You could at least get a breadstick in that match, a 2 set, you know what I mean? And be like, okay, then let's think of it. This set is gone. Let's just, give Svitolina this and fight for the 2nd set. I mean, this is your 2nd year in a row. You lost straight sets, if I'm not mistaken, to Svitolina in Rome. You're the number 1 player, girl. You got bageled. It's Svitolina. What more we gotta say? You keep calling on Darren Cahill. You need to make it official that you and Darren got something going on, because this is not a coaching.
Here you go.
Here you
just
go.
Saying. Just saying.
The argument again. Using
I'm
your
just saying. No. But
lost in the weeds.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. We're out here wondering why is it Muggs is still with Sam Sumit, and that is a legitimate question we ask. Muggs has 2 majors under Sam, if I'm not mistaken. right?
Mhm.
She got 2 majors under Sam, right?
Yeah.
For better or for worse, when Muggs needs to show up, she's the stand off the WTA. There's just a one tournament where she shows up and she's all in, right?
Mhm.
Sam Sumik is able to get Muggs to get her life together, or he gets someone to talk to Muggs. Simona Halep got nothing. Simona Halep got one big tournament. Madrid. It's
Is that
Madrid.
it for real?
That is it for real. Madrid. What are they still doing together? What's happening there? It's not beneficial. Yes, she got to number one, but we know this is a weak number one. I mean, come on. There's nothing to real show, but a semi-final here, a final here, and doing nothing. I mean, this is just You know what? I don't need another expose on Simona Halep. Y'all could go find Garbinia wherever she is right now and do something on Garbinia. I don't know, but Simona, it's not a thing. Not a thing at all. And then she goes and sings, I want to thank the Romanian crowd. Yeah, girl. Yeah. No, Simona.
No.
We're not here for any of this. So, Simona, I don't want to hear a single thing out of you and Darren Cahill and any of these press people trying to say your thing until you win a major.
Oh my God, Bruno.
I'm not even going to give you a B assignment and say, at least win Cincinnati. We've given you enough of those chances. You keep fucking those up. So we're going to give you the hard project. It's either Everest or nothing. What big girl, I'll go home. And right about now, you need to go home.
Well,
he's not here for any of the jalapeno, none of that.
So who is your,
I'm just saying,
that. Who's your alternative?
Ostapenko. Let's find out who Ostapenko is.
Wasn't she already on your list?
No, she wasn't. She was on Andrea's list. And she got a major. Fine.
Okay.
Let's have an expose on Yelena alone now.
But you already know. You know the critique of Simona really is that this is an opportunity to highlight her coach. It's not about Simona.
But the thing about all the other slamless number ones, they were winning titles. Like big titles.
I know. But what I'm saying is the reason why she's not being raked over the coals is because of who her coach is.
But he's not even coaching. That's my problem.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she gets love because of her coach. Nobody could tell you about JJ's coach. Nobody could tell you about Wozniacki's coach because they hated her dad, right? But they love Darren Cahill, and by extension,
he's not even Brad Gilbert. He's not even. I don't know what's interesting. I'm not even. There's just nothing. He just comes off as mayonnaise with an Australian accent.
Okay. Oh my mayonnaise! Oh Jesus Christ!
I guess tartar sauce then.
Andrea, who's your number one? Cut his ass off. Cut him off right now.
Okay. Now, you know what? This person is my number one, but I actually need your help. I need y'all's help. Because something is wrong there. And I'm like, why can't it come out? And I need your help.
Don't pick her.
No, she has all the fixings. She has all the fixings.
It's Muguruza.
But no, not her.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I wish, but no. It's
Muguruza, no, because she wears denim, and that's
yes. Okay.
You can't be badass.
Because she needs a gay in a box.
She needs a homosexual in her box. You're absolutely right.
Okay. Listen. In 1 second, she can bagel the number one player. Then she will do a badass photo shoot where you see all her tattoos and her dressed in leather. What stops Fidelina from being a badass bitch?
Fidelina.
What is that?
I'll tell you. Grand Slam stop her.
No, but I mean just like in her persona. Like I think that
because she seems nice.
That's like right because it's like
she seems like she's genuinely nice.
She could lose a set 6-1, right? Next thing you know, she comes back around 6-love. That's Fidelina. She could whip her game into she could just tighten everything up so well, and you're like, wow, that's Fidelina. She could turn a game and then she'll like lose, right? That's her thing. But I just feel like there's something about Fidelina that if she could get it together, she could go on the edge and she could be somebody that you would love to hate because she'll beat your faves when you don't want her to. and she could just climb all over you in a match. But then she just doesn't get there. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. I'm not sure what it is. But Svitolina,
I don't know that she's fixable. Bree says she's boring as fuck.
Right? Like, that's the thing. Like, but she wins so much. So imagine if she could figure out a way. That's my problem with her.
But isn't she married?
No. She ain't married.
Where did you get that from?
What does that have to do with it? Whether she's married or not?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, part of the I don't know. I mean, she's from Ukraine. They kind of have a crazy conservative edge to them these days. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know where you got this idea from, Andre.
Okay,
but you know,
I'm gonna show you a picture. Okay,
I'm saying she take really good pictures.
I know, right? I'm gonna share you a picture of her in double XL. Great picture. Looks like she's ready to be badass, and then she's not that. She's not any of that.
Do you mind saying maybe she hasn't won the right tournament?
I don't know.
Maybe it's like Sasha, right? It's like Sasha.
Persona. They have this thing, and she can't quite do it. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you the link of her photo shoot.
Maybe because we can't project anything because they just haven't done the big thing yet.
I don't know. Yeah, that's my thing. Like,
because like Sasha, we keep seeing Sasha and we keep thinking, oh, puppy eyes, oh. But the day Sasha win a major, be like, oh, here comes that motherfucker. He's gonna punch somebody in the fucking face now. You know what I mean?
Wow. I love it.
We love that. But until you do that, maybe that's what it is for Svitolina. It'd be like, here comes Svitolina. She's only good for just knock out the number one player. But when it comes to the big fight now,
I need her to find her inner beast. I really do. I want her to find her inner tigress or whatever, because I think she could be good.
Yeah, but you know what? I just think also her game just lacked that sort of like weapon, like that single trademark weapon that that the villains have, like the kill shot. I mean, she's an efficient player, very, very efficient.
Right.
But when I look at her game, nothing really stands out like, boom, she's going to kill this shot.
Yeah.
This is who she is, with a forehand or a backhand. She does play that long game. She doesn't win a quick, sexy point like, a Serena and a Venus and, the other villains you like, or even a Sloane who's on yours. You need that kind of like sexy point, like. You can't be like, oh, she's done a break point. Oh, she got to get into a long rally. No, girl, that ain't good for the narrative.
I mean, she even has one win against your fave, Serena, at the Olympics. And she didn't like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're like,
she doesn't show up when she's supposed to.
She let Monica take that. And girl,
that's the problem.
Monica ain't even know what to do with that.
Oh, that's it.
That was your gold medal.
That's my dream, a little bit. I feel like she could be better. She could be more interesting. I just shared it. In there. I'm not on Twitter. So I just shared it in the video chat room. I mean, look at her. Badass push from Moulin Rouge, but no. Not if she can help herself.
I will try to copy the link and
I just found it. I'll share it with you all on Twitter so you all see.
Oh, girl.
You see what I mean?
Oh my god.
Svitolina, you had a gay in your box.
She's my
Wow.
Maybe she needs to chop her hair off.
Stop. No, I don't know. It's just an attitude. You got to bring that on court.
True.
You got to bring that on court.
Yeah, because you know what? I think the shame is that what I don't see these ladies doing these days. Because back in the day, name recognition at the majors is going to give the ladies 2 rounds. Okay.
Yep.
You don't gotta sweat till the third, 4th round. But these girls are sweating from the jump.
Yeah, you got to do that. Yeah, that helps.
That helps because trust me, 2 weeks and 7 matches is long. It's real long. And sometimes it even just the duration of the match is how much you got to wait around the tournament, rain delays, all this kind of crap and garbage. Fixing to play doubles and mixed doubles with your homegirl and your homeboy. So you got to stay tough. So, Svitolina, yeah, girl, you gotta get on top of this. So, Janina, we're gonna end it off with your number one.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Tell us that match, the humiliation match.
The humiliation match was beautiful for so many reasons. If you dig in your little brains, I'm sure all of you know exactly what it is. Do you want to take a guess? You have
I'm gonna say I know what it is, but what the match that should be, it should be Miami to Finals 2013. That should be the humiliation match when Maria lost 10 straight games. Serena gave that girl hope on a platter. Here you go, girl. Yeah. You're up a set and a break. Do your best. And then Serena said, yeah, let me see what you're going to do now, girl. Boom.
That would have definitely been on the all-time, downs with Maria only for sure. But there's a better one.
Ooh,
it's the 2012 Olympics, guys.
Of course.
Y'all didn't
even have 2007 Australian Open.
No, listen, one of the best things that happened with that match wasn't even in the match, right? It's after the match is over, and it's on the on-court interview. And I don't even remember who interviews her, but he said, he says, Serena, what is it about Sharapova that brings out your best tennis? And she's like, I don't know. I don't even think it's her.
I think it's her, girl. I think it's her. Don't lie.
Like, he gives her zero credit. She's like, I just can't even believe this.
She won 0 games, so I mean, she can't get credit for nothing.
That was another one of those matches where Sharapova is hitting the ball and like just screaming out of fear, like, is it over yet? Because I don't know what the fuck to do. Serena, she's serving 40. Love, and they're all aces. Like, I mean, it was just phenomenal. It was like it was really windy. And I thought
when wind happened, I was just like,
conjured up the wind.
When I saw that wind, I was just like, before them outside, I was like, oh Lord, Maria, you're in trouble, girl. This is not gonna be cute. But
God, it was ugly. It was beautiful though.
Here are some pivotal moments I remember from that match being a low key. See, Venus, it's your fault. You could have been having these moments, but you let Serena get these moments, right? Anyway, Maria was up 40-love, down 5-love in the first set. She was going to win a game in the first set. And Serena was like, you know what, bitch? No, nothing for you. You're going to need a bagel in this first set because we're in Wimbledon. We're in the gold set, member. And you remember what? You beat me here in 2004. And I'm going to show them that it was just me. Elena, Maresma, I think she almost lost to in 2004. And Serena destroyed her. What I remember most about that match is that I was too happy about that match and I became real sad the next day. But we ain't going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Because the next day never happened. Never happened. That's what I remember that match mostly for.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful beatdown. Listen, you know that I don't like to watch old shit. I thoroughly enjoyed those highlights.
But wait, I'm surprised y'all didn't mention the fact that Maria Serena said she won that one game, and I was like, oh boy, she's gonna come.
Yes, that was another one. She won that one game, and I thought, oh man, here she comes, and I just knew I had to turn it up. She was so fucking shady. It was great.
Look, you know what? Y'all can't understand. No, y'all understand why that book came out for Maria, right? Serena has been taking digs at this girl every chance she gets.
Oh my God, it was beautiful.
I think Maria's been doing a heavy lifting. I think that's why she gets a pass. She's been doing I was thinking, I was really thinking about it this week. And I didn't know how to feel about the way people cover Sharapova, because obviously you got to move on, right? She's back on tour. It's her right to be back. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I was a little suspect seeing her and Rafa, but whatever.
Anyway, so it was. I mean, she got no friends on the women's side. You got to play with the people So I was thinking about it, and I was like, obviously we have to move past her thing. But you know what I realized? Because I've always been one to say that I'm okay if someone admits that they've doped, because I believe most people are doping, right? So I think it's okay if you admit it. It's something that happens. It's like when people cheat. I get it. You're cheating because the prize for cheating is worthwhile, right? But I think my problem with her is that she never admitted to the doping, and she's never been apologized for the doping.
And she threw everyone and their grandmas under the bus.
And so that's why, because Sharapova was one of my favorite villains. And so that's what I realized. I can't get past that because she never copped to it. So it makes it seem like it was not a real thing. Like, you have to cop to it, acknowledge it, show some sort of grace,
and then move on.
And then I can move on. And so that's why anytime she comes up, even into a normal coverage, I can't take it. And I don't know if that's a horrible attitude to have, but I can't get past it because she's never copped to the fact that she broke her own sports rules. And that pisses me off. So now I don't take her seriously as an athlete, really. And I can't. So anytime anyone says anything, I can't.
It was interesting to go back and look at that stuff today. And I'm thinking, okay, so this was during prime doping time.
Oh, yes. That match, that 2012 match, it was a special match. And she definitely quadrupled.
She definitely took a triple dose that day.
Yes,
so anyways, let us know who your top 6 are, peoples.
Yeah, and your theme. This was fun. This is always a strain, but we all got through it. I love my picks. Hopefully they come true. We don't have to see these people anymore.
Oh my God.
Press clippings and tweet about them. But here we are.
We have another live show coming up real soon.
It's true. On Friday night.
Did anybody give us their top number 1 tops?
Yeah.
No, nobody gave us the list this year. Y'all suck.
Well, no, they
Tony gave his list. You have his list now. Come on now.
Okay, Tony gets a pass.
He did the heavy lifting for you.
He did the heavy lifting for you.
Special shout out to Tony. You're the best.
Special shout out. That was a great list, actually. And you then revealed the truth of the podcast, which is the real Serena Stan.
Reels is a student of history, so he remembers things. That's all it is. When we want to talk about Roger Federer, then we will see shit. Then Reels will be bringing out the stats and all of that.
I remember when he.
But you know what? But some of those matches, I do love. I told you I love action movies, and I don't like Maria Sharapova. I just don't. Never liked her, and I take all pleasure to see her beat down. Serena provide a lot of amplitude, and there's a Venus beatdown for her in her books too. So,
I think you need to do that next time. Best Venus beatdowns.
That is true. But I just gave you one, Dinara.
I know. By the way, I mean, I actually, you know how people have been bitching and complaining about Venus in press conferences. I was gonna, but I figured I would pick people who still had like a long, maybe at least 5 to 6 more years in tennis. But I don't know. Venus might come around and be like, I'm retiring in this wheelchair. But there's a part of me that kind of wishes. I know Venus has no time, but I wish that Venus would go into these press conferences and just lay these people out because they so want her to be engaging and essentially
Naomi Quincy Jones.
Yeah, they want just get up in there and be like, listen. Anytime they ask for a question, don't give those like 1 or 2 word answer.
God, wouldn't it be great?
Hold on, a whole real Quincy Jones.
Well,
like Uncle Quincy.
If they ask her a silly question, she'd be like, well, let me just initial recall some match that she had in 2009.
Talking about some silly shit. Lindsay, she always come in the fucking locker room and farts the fucking voice dog. I was like, girl, what are you eating? Who eats burritos before a match?
You know what I mean? But that's the thing. Like, that's why I have a pet peeve about press conferences and the way press conferences inform the coverage we've been getting about players. Because the trashing of Venus based on her press conferences and then the deifying of other people based on their press conferences.
And the people on my list, right? The people on my list. And you read the chat and you read those press conferences and it's just like, what the fuck is this? What's there? What are we talking about?
I just
You fell
need them,
asleep. But
I just need them to be sensitive to the fact that you're allowing a press conference to control your coverage of a player and whether that player is worthwhile or not. So, but anyway, so but I didn't add Venus to the list because Venus has been around a long time and she don't need it. But
she might just be the queen bitch, anyways.
She would have, but
she's beyond bliss. That's all.
But that's what I would love for her to have the freedom to do in a press conference, but I know she doesn't. So we're just going to have to pretend that she does. And there's a world where she would.
Right.
That's our top 6.
All
this
right.
was fun. Next time.
Yes, so we'll be here for the French. We'll only be doing the women's draw because there's no point in the men's.
Stop
Cut
it.
the shit wheels.
You know what? We'll cover the men's doubles draw. But unfortunately, that doesn't come on Friday. Just the women.
No.
We will be covering both sides of the draw, the men and the women. Do not listen to the man behind the curtain.
We're looking forward to it. We want to see where Novak lands. Yes. Novak's out of he's out of the top 20, right? So we need to.
And I really want to see where they're gonna put Federer. I just want to see where they're gonna put Federer. I want to see.
Goodbye.
Suckers. Okay, Federer.
Night.
Good night, folks. Thank you for joining us for BellaDonnas, but the boys. I don't know what the boys are. Whatever.
I don't
Who
care
cares about the men? So anyway, right about now.
We're fab.
Ciao.
Have a good night, everyone. Bye. I hope we're off.
All right, let's see.
Hold on, let's see if we're off the air yet. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, look, we're still live.
We're not supposed to be because I pressed the stop button.
There's always a little bit of a delay.
It's stopping now. It should be off. Let's wait for the live button to go off completely. My computer's been running slow and I don't know why.
Well, my live button is still on as well.